Good day, D-bags. What's up, everyone? Vu of Envu Films, back with another video. Currently in my vehicle, driving and irresponsibly being a YouTube D-bag content creator shill, because that's what I am. And kind of like messing around with my new setup. So I have the Kamika VM40. You all know that's like that wireless 32-bit float mic. I'm currently just mounting it right here, you know, with one of those little clamps from Vamsi on my passenger side visor, so you can see right here. The reason why I'm using this mic instead of like a lav, I just like the way shotgun mic sounds better than those lavs. And cool about this one, obviously it has 32-bit internal recording, so I'm just recording internally right into the microphone. I'll sync and post later, no problems. Takes like a second. So that's that. Links in the description below for this shotgun mic, by the way, if you're interested in that. Obviously, when you click on that, when you click on my affiliate links and you buy the mic, I get commission. So there's that. That's the only reason why I'm talking about this mic. I don't really like it. I just need you to buy it for me to get a commission. I'm just kidding. I love this microphone. I've been using it all the time. And yes, Kamika did send it to me for review at launch, but I wouldn't have talked about it on my channel if I didn't like it. So, and of course you see I'm using it all the damn time now. Anyways, so this is actually exactly what this video is about. It's about YouTube shilling. And obviously, as of late, I've noticed a lot of people complaining, whether it be on YouTube comments, whether it be on like Instagram, you know, threads, X, whatever you want to call, whatever you're doing your D-bag posts on. A lot of that stuff going on these days, and honestly, I never even heard of that word shill, and didn't even know what it meant, and I'm still not quite sure what it means. Pretty much anytime you're out there promoting something or someone, but you know, you're just pretending, it's kind of like a deceitful kind of thing, right? It means you're out there saying all this nonsense, you're like marketing and promoting for something that you don't actually care about, or the product is not good and you're still saying good things about it or something like that. But I think like on social media, what I notice is pretty much shilling has been applied to pretty much everyone and anyone who talks about gear ever. Like there's zero possibility that when someone receives something for free from a brand that they aren't going to try to shill the product and have like a relationship or whatever with the brand. And I'm going to be honest with you, in some cases that's true. And hey, maybe I'm self-righteous, or maybe I'm like biased towards myself or whatever, but I believe that on my channel I have never actually, you know, by true definition, shilled for any product at all. Have I done reviews and made videos talking about gear that I received from brands for free? It's not free because I agreed to make a video, right? So it's not really free. It's kind of like a payment for me to do it. But my opinions has always been mine. So even when, you know, there's been circumstances where like I needed to get a video reviewed by a brand, you know, the review is just basically like knick-knack stuff. It's like, oh, can you please add like this sign here, or like maybe there was something that was technical that maybe I said wasn't necessarily accurate, you know, and then upon further review, yes, it was definitely not accurate, and we want to make sure we get accurate information out there, and then I would have to make a correction. But in terms of my opinion on every piece of gear that I have talked about on my channel, it has been honest, at least at the time. You know what I mean? Like at that time, at that very moment when I was telling you, I believed to be true and I believed to be honest. And you know what I mean by at the time is because people change. You know, people evolve. You know what I mean? Like 3 years ago, like prior to 2020, if you were to ask me, you know, is 8-bit enough for like video, I would have said yes. And, honestly, it probably is enough for most people, but I film 10-bit now. I film S-Log3, and I've realized the benefits of it. So today, obviously, I would say 10-bit is necessary. But also, I have to consider that now we have full frame 4K 60 with autofocus and 10-bit and all that stuff. Okay, back then, if I wanted autofocus and full frame, there was no 10-bit on Sony. So, I worked with what I had, and I was okay with 8-bit, because if the exchange was for 8-bit, but I had full frame and autofocus, then I would take that versus, going Micro Four Thirds, Panasonic, whatever back in the day that had 10-bit. So take the example of this mic. Kamika sent it to me, and if it was complete rubbish, I wouldn't have even featured it. And it makes me feel guilty that a company would send me something and I just don't even do anything with it. Reality is I don't even get any benefit from it. I don't believe in selling it, for cash back, right? I don't believe in the product, and I don't want to talk to you about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to feature any product, here, because I just don't think you should buy it. I don't think it's worth buying, Even though I went up there and just said, hey, there's something that I don't use and whatever, but, it is what it is. They just released this is it. I actually don't even want to show it, you know what I mean? Because I don't think, I don't want to bring attention to it. I don't think it's worth my time to do the video. It's just some trash product, literally. But when it's a good product, man, I use it, and I'm more enthusiastic about making a video for it. You know what I mean? And then it makes it easy for me to talk about it, explain it, to you without being scripted. I don't like scripting my videos. I never script my videos. I just randomly think of doing a video and I just do it. And so, for example, this mic, when I did the review, it's just, hey, I used it for a month and a half, 2 months, and it worked great every time, and I loved it, and it's so convenient, and I told people about it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And on my end, I have been blessed in a way where I don't have to shill to make money. YouTube is something I do to pretty much just say what I feel like saying and creating what I feel like creating on my own channel on my own time. The way I make money, the way I pay bills and provide for my family is actually doing client shoots, corporate videos, commercials, wedding films, things of that nature. Those pay the bills. My wife works and all that stuff. So I don't need to rely on YouTube stuff, social media, to make a living. I do make some money, but it's very little, okay? It's not consistent, and it's literally enough to pay some utilities or something, but it's not anything of significance. If for some reason I lost YouTube and my social media and my affiliate links and all that stuff, nothing really changes for me. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a big effect on my life. Nothing really changes for me financially. But there are creators out there that does this full time. Now I'm sitting here acting all righteous and everything, telling you hey, I'm not gonna shill, I don't shill and all that stuff. But if push comes to shove, and I needed to pay some bills later this month, and some brand reached out to me, and maybe I didn't really care about this brand or this product that much, and they put it in front of my face that, hey, we'll pay you $2,000 to talk about this product, I'll find a way to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't like everything about it, but I'll try to present it in a way that maybe it'll be a beneficial, product for you. Maybe you can use it somehow. For example, I don't care about Insta360. I don't think their image quality is great. There's a lot of YouTubers who say that they think it's great, and to me, it's either they're one, shilling, straight up lying to you because they're sponsored, or two, they don't understand what good image quality looks like, and a lot of those dudes might not be camera YouTubers, but they're tech YouTubers, so they just kind of to them it looks good, but to me, it's over sharpened, it's disgusting, 8-bit color and just rubbish processing. That's just what I see as a person who has been doing this for the past 8 years, and I do nothing but look at footage all day. My perspective on that image quality is different than theirs. And the other end of it is literally, maybe they're looking at it in a perspective as, for like small sensor cameras like phones and action cameras and stuff like that, it looks good. Maybe, but to me it still looks like trash, especially comparing it to like something like a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which to me, when used properly, which looks basically like a mirrorless camera or something that's just stopped down. Like it's like using a Sony ZV-1 just stopped down to like f5.6. Just thought, it literally looks like a Sony ZV-1 to me, with the wide angle lens stopped down to like f8 and just infinity focused. That's what it looks like. And I did a review on the DJI Osmo Action 5 image quality and compared it against a ZV-1 just like that, and it looked pretty comparable in my opinion. So if push comes to shove, Insta360 came over to me and was like, hey Vu, like we'd like you to make this video for us, I'll find a way. I'll be like, hey, if you guys are like into real estate and people are looking for like real estate tours or something, definitely get this 360 camera. Or like, if you look for like these interactive 360 videos, Insta360 is probably like the best bang for the buck right now. Or like if you just need something to like capture all sides, use Insta360. There's ways to present things that you think is good and would work for people out there without actually liking the product yourself. There's ways to be honest, I think, about it. But then I see, but there's definitely throwing bullshit out there and telling people to buy stuff because of sponsorships or brand relationships or what have you. And I don't think that's cool, but I understand why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's their livelihood. And when it comes down to livelihood, everyone on this planet is a shill. Or most people. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who like truly love their jobs. It's a rare thing. I like to think like football players probably love their jobs. They get paid well and they get to play this game they love playing since they're a kid. And then there's people working at cubicles. Do they like their job? No. Do they like their company? No. Do they like their boss? Probably not. Do they believe in what their company is selling? Probably not also. But they're going to be there on time. They're going to talk good about their company while they're there. They're going to smile to their boss. They're going to say hi to every employee. They're going to say hi to every colleague they have in there, even though they might not like all of them, because they're doing it for that paycheck, for that bag. And that's shilling. That's just another way of shilling. Everyone who has ever been on a job interview, at least me anyway, I can tell you right now that when I went, I pretty much shilled myself when I go to like a job interview back then. Did I think I was like the best multitasker on the planet? No. Once I get focused on something, I'm pretty stuck on that. I can't do anything else. Do I think I'm like the best team player? I think for the most part, like probably 50% of the time. But honestly, the other 50% of the time, I like to just work by myself. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm a team player. I am great at multitasking, the whole 9 yards. And of course, I conveniently leave out the fact that I had like under a 3.0 GPA graduating into college. Of course, I leave out certain facts, like the fact that I had below a 3.0 GPA, below a 3.0 GPA in high school, and below 3.0 GPA in college. Not to say this is an excuse or anything, but I do have a learning disability that I discovered 2 years ago, which is ASD level 1, autism spectrum disorder, and ADHD. So, I had those things that I know about, which is why I struggle, because it's very unlikely that an Asian person would get anything under a 4.6 GPA. But there's that. You could say that for those job interviews, I was shilling because I was just blatantly lying about this product, which is myself, to get this job, which is to get this job to get what? To get that bag. it is what it is. And then of course you have videographers, right? Videographers who go out there and, you know, try to sell themselves to clients, don't even, you know, necessarily believe in what they're selling. And then they're out there telling people to hire them. And you know they don't believe it because they don't charge enough. People out there, like a bunch of freelance videographers are there charging like, you know, $100 or whatever to film all day. And dude, like after you like pay taxes and like cover your expenses and stuff, you basically made nothing. You probably lost money. And they are selling themselves short because they're out there telling them, yeah, I can do it for you. And then they're not charging the money that their mouth says they're capable of doing. Videographers, photographers, you know, complaining about content creators shilling and all that stuff. Look at yourself real quick. You know, you're shilling in your daily life. People are shilling in their daily life everywhere. Whether you're a content creator, whether you're working at a cubicle, whether you're working on client videos, whatever, I'm a shill. You know what I mean? Do I believe every single corporate video that I do entirely? No. Like, there's times when I have to like try to help companies with their script to make it sound better, to make it sell better. And do I believe in what they're selling? No. Would I ever buy their product? No. But in the moment, I'm getting paid to do this video for this client. And I'm going to do it for that bag to pay my bills. You know what I mean? Because I'm just providing a skill that I have. And, you know, in a content creator's case, brands reach out to them. Their skill is literally their followers, their subscribers, their ability to present, their ability to talk, their ability to influence. You know, that's the skill they're selling. And obviously, you know, probably their ability to film the video and all that stuff. And then that's why brands send them stuff, sponsor them, so that they could sell product. This whole world is basically just built around shilling. You know, if you think about it. You know, your whole life, one way or another, you shill. You know, you learn how to do that at an early age. You want to present to your parents that you're like a good kid and all this stuff to get your rewards and everything. You know, you're not going to like use cuss words in school and all that stuff. And then you go to school and you're using cuss words and, you know, picking on other kids and all that stuff. But at home, your parents think you're like an absolute angel, you know, so that you could earn their love, right? At the end of the day, it's your responsibility to decipher, you know, what you're going to believe. You know, like, you have to do this your whole life, right? You know, you get information from, you know, the moment you're born, you start getting information from your parents. When your parents show you love, affection, and all that stuff, you read into it and you're like, okay, these people I can invest my time in because obviously I need to eat. I need all these things. I need to be loved, and I want to share my love with these people. So I'm going to invest my time in these parents of mine, right? And then you go out into the real world and like there's people, there's friends, there's teachers and all that stuff. And then you have to sit there and watch what they're presenting, and you make judgments like, hey, are these people trustworthy in my life? Are they going to be beneficial to me? Are they going to help me grow? Can I help them grow? Are these people worth it for me to invest my time in, to be friends with, to have in my life? Or are they not good? You know, are they lying to me? Are they being deceitful? Do I want them in my life? You know, do I need to steer clear away from these people? You know, just as you have to judge people in your life, you have to judge, you know, shills on YouTube or shill videos on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or TV or wherever you're getting marketed by. It's up to you to make those judgments, you know, if this person is lying or not. And unfortunately, some people have more wisdom than others. You know, like some people can discern, you know, when someone is bullshitting them or not. You know, whether it be on product or whether it be just being friends with. You know, some people out there to use you, and you know, unfortunately, there's people who can't tell that someone is using them. And you know, a lot of that stuff comes with time, knowledge, and all that stuff. Same thing with video, right? Like one day you're gonna follow a YouTuber or Instagram person or something like that, and they're gonna tell you, "Oh, this camera is amazing," and to you, the camera looks great too. The image quality looks good too. And, the YouTubers out there are telling you the camera looks great, and, you don't know any better. You don't have that knowledge. You don't have that wisdom to know any better. So you buy it, just because this person is good at talking and it seems like they know what they're doing, and you buy the camera. Fast forward 5 years later, you're like, wow, I can't believe I bought that piece of trash camera. I can't believe I listened to this guy, and he straight up bamboozled me into buying this trash camera back then. But now I know this information, and I know what actually is good image quality, and that was definitely not good image quality. And my reputation is very important to me. I would like to say that my reputation on YouTube, to people who subscribe to me, is that I'm trustworthy. I'm no nonsense. I tell people, I say things the way they are. And for most part, with the limits of social media and all that stuff, I try to tell you straight up. I try to be conversational. I try to, ever since I started this camera, ever since I started this YouTube channel, back in 2016 or whatever, I've always tried to be unscripted and just talk as if it's I'm a podcast, okay? And, if I do say so myself, all of a sudden now podcasts and all these, authentic media is really popular these days. And I'd like to say I've been ahead of my time, because I've been doing this for the past 8 years now, just chit-chatting on YouTube. But I'm not trying to BS anyone. I do not want to tell someone to buy something, for it to be a few years later, and for it to be a few years later, and then someone comes out, hey, Vu, I can't believe you made me buy this, and then it's trash, right? Shills are going to be shills. Everyone on the planet is a dang shill, because everyone has to shill. It's how the world goes round. And again, it's up to you as an individual, when you're getting shilled at, to decide if, this person can be trusted or not. So it's part of life. Hope this video is insightful. And please subscribe. And until next time, lighten up. This shotgun mic is a Kamika VM40. It is actually completely wireless. It transmits audio to this receiver, which you can connect to any audio recorder or your camera to record the audio. Not only does it have an internal rechargeable battery, it also has internal 32 gigabytes of memory to record 32-bit float audio directly into the microphone. Oh my god, you don't need to buy that trat. You can connect any microphone to a recorder, no problem. Bro, look at the convenience of this microphone. No cables or anything dangling off of it. Let me show you.
Why are you gay?
No, man, I'm not gay.
Are you Mr. or?
I am a guy. I like the girl.
You are gay.